Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Invicta Specs with John the Phone Guy. Today we have the Bolt Punisher. This is model 25990. This is a limited edition. This is number 939 of 3000. This is a 53 millimeter case size silicone strap. Water resistance on this is 10 atmospheres, 100 meters, 330 feet. Basically, it's not dive rated, but you could get it wet here and again, and nothing's gonna. You have to like hide it if it's raining, kind of thing. Flame fusion crystal, and this is featuring the TMI VD53 movement, which is a quartz chronograph, and this takes the SR920SW battery. The deviation and time on this is less than 20 seconds per month. And with that, we'll kind of get right into this. So obviously we have silicone strap. We've got these little knurlings on the strap on both bracelet. Sorry, on the strap on both sides. And of course, you've got the full silicone, super flexible. As you'll notice, this is a standard strap. This does not have the contour technology on it. Of course, you've got the Invicta logo on here on the black ionization of the class. On the back, we have all the information: Japanese chronograph, limited edition, model number, flame fusion, of course the Marvel, 100 meters, all of that. And the way they did this, it's a very smooth, flat surface, so it's not going to irritate your wrist or anything. This is a non-screw down on any of the functioner crowns. The bezel, as you can see, is a fixed bezel with the cable in it, and on the outside top of the rehaut, you just kind of have a just your 5-minute increments starting at the 5 o'clock going around. The rest of it is in just a dashed format. Of course, you've got a raised number 12 at the top, and as you can see, you have a by my guess, since I can't actually measure it, I'd say it's probably like a 1 millimeter cable running around the inside edge of the rehaut. You've got raised hour markers at 3, 6, and 9, and then at the opposing you have the channel set in for the cable. Interesting look for sure. You've got the Punisher logo, the 4-tooth, starting up here at the 12 o'clock. This is a chronograph. Is going to be, well, here, I'll just turn it on. So you can see the chronograph is running down here at the 6 o'clock right now with another Punisher emblem in it. I think that's kind of interesting, another 4-tooth. And then you've got your stop and then your reset. This is your 60-minute chronograph timer. Of course, your date. And this is a 24-hour scale. So, 1,400 hours, 2 o'clock. And as you can see, which is actually a little bit unique, but if you notice on the Punisher on the back side of the second sweep hand is actually a 4-tooth with a lot more contour of it. You can actually see it's kind of outlined. A lot of the other ones have been like a disc configuration with the logo just applied on top. And it's almost from memory, all the other ones to date have been the 6-tooth version on the back of the either second hand or chronograph second hand. You have the addition of these markers here, and you got some luminescent on here and some lume on your hour, minute, second hand. Of course, you've got cable, and we'll measure that here in a second. I think it's probably somewhere around a 2 mil. You got the nice inky black ionized black on the case. You know, some accents here with some hex screws and all of that. So just kind of a different interpretation. I would say it's not, I mean, obviously you got some punishers on the dial itself, and you got the knurling here on the outside, but at a quick glance, this is not as much of a in-your-face punisher watch as some of them are, but that's fine. I mean, you know, it's the differences that make these so unique. And so with that, we'll kind of go right into what kind of numbers we get here. So I get it right. There we go. Call it 51.1. Thickness on this guy is 18.1. The lug, you go 33.7. The strap down at the adjustment is 22.9. Thickness on this guy is 3.5. The lug span, I'm going to go right to the edge of the silicone as best I can. Call that 55.3. And of course, let's see if we can't get the cable. So I got it at 2.3, so basically a 2 mil cable on here. Like I say, I mean, I could kind of guesstimate about what that is. So, you know, looking at the gap, I'd say that's right about a 1 millimeter. I mean, probably just slightly smaller. But I mean, obviously without actually being able to grab hold of it, but I think that's close enough for what we're trying to accomplish here in identifying the different sizes. This is going to be pretty light. I'm going to say maybe about 7 or 8. So 7.7. The strap really makes a big difference, and obviously this is a bolt that's not a big massive. It's, you know, it's not as thick as like a Zeus or anything like that. So, you know, that's going to play into it quite a bit. I do find it interesting. This is probably one of the first ones I've seen where instead of adjusting the dial or the rehaut to be able to allow all of the Punisher logo to be shown, they actually clipped it off. Just, you know, a note of, you know, the differences in it. Of course, you've got your you know, brushed stainless steel on the back of the dial, and then you've got this other section where it's kind of raised up to, you know, identify the subdials and all of that. So just, you know, kind of a note of how this one is different from others, but still retaining a lot of the information that, you know, that's really important as far as it being a Punisher. So with that, we'll kind of set this guy down. And so this is model, my bad, 25990, the Bolt Punisher. And with that, I want to give a few shout outs to friends of mine. So I want to give a shout out to Smitten by Invicta on Instagram, Women's Fashion, and Invicta Watches. And I want to give a shout out to Trap Vision 3D and The Lifestyle on YouTube. And I want to give a shout out to Tommy Big Time on YouTube. I want to give another shout out to Meat and I on YouTube. And give a shout out to D&Q Experience on YouTube. And give a shout out to Tony Woe and his YouTube channel. Also want to mention ShopHQ and InvictaStores.com is where we buy the majority of our watches. Facebook friends, Invictaholics, Invictacruisers, InvictaVets. And as always, if you enjoy this video or any of the others, please subscribe and hit the bell to be notified of the next video coming up. And I say, as always, enjoy your Invicta watches, and I hope to see you next time on Invicta Specs. Take care.